Hello, my name is Edita and welcome. Hello, my name is Edita and welcome. I'm from Lithuania. I would like to start a podcast about knitting, about what I've knitted. And I started to knit in 2021. I remember that I used to watch my grandma knit all the time, like socks and sweaters, and I would really just know the basics, how to knit the normal stitch, the purls, but as my grandma used to knit a lot of socks, the heel of the sock would always seem like a mystery to me, how to knit it. So in that year, 2021, I decided that okay, I want to learn how to knit a heel. So I went to the first shop I found that had yarn, like basic grocery store, and I bought any yarn and I thought, okay, I will find some YouTube videos and I will try to learn. I knitted my first pair of socks. It wasn't from the good yarn. I just found some tutorial videos how to knit and I tried, and there was my first pair of socks. By the way, I have some list here of what I knitted, and with those socks I wanted to learn how to knit a heel so I could maybe knit some socks for myself, for my friends, for my family. I will show here somewhere how it looked like, as I don't have it anymore. And then there was another pair of socks where I went to buy a normal wool yarn that would be like quality yarn, because then I learned that there's a lot of types of yarn. Some of them are natural, some of them not, and I didn't know anything about that. So I knit 2 pairs of socks that I gifted to my best friends. They look like this. And then after those few pairs of socks, I decided that okay, maybe I want to try to knit a sweater. And I think that's where my knitting journey really started, because I got into this whole different world of getting lost in yarn shops, buying too much yarn that you don't know what you're gonna do, and now I'm trying to be more mindful about that. But back then it was like, you go to the store, you look at the all varieties of yarn and you're like, oh my god, I need it all. So yeah, then I decided to learn how to knit my first sweater, and it was I followed a video where a woman taught how to calculate and measure how many stitches you need and all that stuff to knitting a sweater to yourself, and it was a Raglan sweater, and this is how it looks like. And then with this I realized that I made calculations right, like it fits well on my neck, the sleeves are fine, but what I didn't do right, I did this Raglan stitch here, looks like this, but what I don't really like about it, that it's very wide, it's super wide. I could have knitted it not that wide, and you can see a lot of mistakes here where I think I remember I lost some stitches so I had to find them. You didn't do the very good job. And another mistake I didn't think about, maybe not a mistake, but for a first sweater I chose really tiny yarn for me, so it took a lot of time to knit it, but that's I still love it. Like, I like the color, I like to wear it at home, I think it's really nice, and it's my first sweater. My cuffs are like this, This is the bottom. Yeah. So, and I knit this with cotton yarn, and I don't think I have it anymore, maybe just some scraps. So I'll put the name of the yarn on the screen if I can. Then after this sweater, I decided that, well, because this was the sweater that I made calculations myself. I didn't know how it's supposed to measure. I wasn't sure about calculating the stitches. I just went for it. I tried to repeat what the tutorial said. And after this, I decided that, and I uncovered that there's a Ravelry, there's a lot of patterns, and you can knit a sweater by a pattern. So accidentally I discovered apparently one of the most famous knitters, the PetiteKnit, and then I knit this sweater. It's called the Sunday sweater by PetiteKnit, and I think this is the sweater that I love the most. It's very soft, very squishy, it's very warm. The yarn is drops. I'll put it on the screen because I don't remember all the names. And yeah, I think it turned out very well. The yarn was big, like bigger. I could have used bigger needles, so it went by really fast. I used 2 strands of yarn here, and yeah, I love it a lot. I wear it a lot. I love the color. Yeah, so this was my second sweater. I think it's really beautiful and really nice and really light, warm. Yeah, and like compared to this is a very heavy sweater compared to this. But yeah, this was the second one. And then, like with every knit, I kinda always wanted to learn something new. So the first sweater I learned Raglan, like I learned the sweater itself. Then with this one I learned how to follow a pattern. The pattern was really easy. And the funny part was that with this sweater, of course I didn't have all the needles and all the things I need to knit. So at the end of the sleeves I needed double pointed needles because I didn't know how to knit a magic loop yet. So, and the pattern said you need double pointed needles, and I only had interchangeable needles. So what I did, I took different interchangeable needles and I used them instead of the double pointed needles. It was a pain to knit like that, but like it worked. So yeah, so after the Sunday sweater, I decided that I want to learn how to knit a cardigan. So I went back to PetiteKnit and I chose to knit a balloon cardigan. And something went wrong in my gauge, because when I tried to knit a gauge, it seemed fine, and I knew this is gonna be like a little bit oversized sweater, but a cardigan, it turned out really big. Like I'm wearing a sweater and a cardigan right now, and I could easily put this on. It's super big. Yeah, but it's very like cozy. I like the color. I gave it to my mom because it's too big for me, but sometimes I wear it when I want something really oversized. It has balloon sleeves like Sunday sweater. It has a raglan here. I didn't do too many mistakes here. I really like the buttons I chose. So yeah, and it was first time I tried to do the buttonholes, which was a mystery to me, but I think it turned out okay. It's also really soft and squishy and warm. Again, it was a drops yarn, so I think it's like the easiest yarn to find in here. But yeah, I really like how it turned out. It turned out too big, but I think I went for the smaller size than I wear, but it still turned out very big, like too big for me, like a few sizes too big. So yeah, it's nice to put on when you feel cold and it's really warm. And it was easy to knit too. It's just a lot, but I realized that I don't really enjoy knitting back and forth, because it was a lot of that because it is a cardigan. But yeah, it was a nice learning experience again. So then, after I knitted this balloon cardigan, I wanted to knit another cardigan, but then I found out that there's other types of like colors that is not Raglan. So far it has been only PetiteKnit patterns, and another sweater I knit but I don't have anymore was Novice cardigan by PetiteKnit. I chose for it the yellow yarn I really liked. My mom gifted that yarn, and I really wanted to knit a cardigan from it. So I knit the cardigan, and it was super easy because of the color. You didn't have to do the raglan stitches. I found it really enjoying and I liked this cardigan a lot after I knit it. But after some time, for this cardigan, I used only one yarn. I didn't combine it with another type of yarn like mohair or anything. And after wearing it for a bit, I realized that it's not holding its shape. Like if I leave it on the chair hanging, if it's too warm to wear it, I noticed that sleeves got too long. And yeah, it started to get a bit annoying. So what I did, I convinced myself that I'm going to unravel it, and I prefer to knit something else with it that I would really enjoy. Or maybe I will knit the same, but I will combine another yarn together so it would hold its shape better. And after that, I got some colorful, very fun yarn as a gift. And I decided, and it was summer, it was May, I think already. And I thought, okay, enough of the sweaters, I want to try to knit a t-shirt. So this was my first t-shirt I chose to knit. This is like, the yarn is amazing, it's really pretty, it's very colorful. I like all of the colors and it changes really nice. And it's very light and nice to wear in summer, to combine it with a blazer or a jacket or anything. It's really nice. And this is called Sommerknus by Elsebeth Judith. Yeah, it's really pretty. It has a lot of different patterns on it, and I found it really interesting to knit. Like these different sections makes the knit go by really fast, because you do one section and you it's not for a very long time. You do that and then you go to another section. It's like a lot of changing and also learning a lot. And yeah, I think it's really turned out really nice. I really like it to wear in summer. I liked it because you knit it round. I like this color, and I wouldn't choose this yarn for the sweater because then I wouldn't know how to add the sleeves because the color of the yarn is changing, and for this it was really cool because I didn't have to worry about that, and then it just continuously changes the color. So I think it's really pretty. Okay, I knitted another sweater. I don't have it anymore, but I will pop some pictures. I knitted also with like color changing yarn. It was another type of yarn, and that's where like it was again the color changing yarn, not this one but another one, and I wanted to knit a sweater, but then with this I like as I told you, with this I didn't have problems with the sleeves. They just continuously went, you like knit to the sleeves and then you separate for the body part, and that's it. The sleeves are done. But with the sweater I realized like, okay, what I'm gonna do here, because the yarn is changing the color and I don't know how to, should I save the yarn, like make it in another bowl and save it for the sleeves part, but then how do I know how much I need, or from where to take the, like separate the yarn, I don't know. So I decided that I'm gonna knit the sweater to the sleeves, and for the sleeves I'm just gonna choose the white yarn, and it was different type of yarn because I had only one skein of it. And so after I finished it, I blocked it, and the funny thing happened, the body part was okay, but the sleeves got really hard. And like when you wear the sweater, it got super tight on the arms, and yeah, so I just didn't wear it, and I don't even know where it is. It was called Imagine by Atelier Emilie, and after that I kind of wanted a break from the big sweaters, from big knits, because I'm not a fast knitter, so it takes a bit longer for me. I'm still learning a lot. I still need to follow the pattern. I don't knit like itself really fast. So I thought I had some leftover yarn. So I decided that I want to knit some hats for myself. So I knit these two. For these hats, I use drops pattern. It's called Winter Smiles hats. They're really easy. They were really easy to knit. They have this top, and I like how easy they were, and it was like a nice change from the sweaters. And I used up some of the leftover yarn. Here I put some accessories, so I think they look really cute and they're really warm. And I think it's really nice for winter, for skiing, and to make your ears warmer. Then I knit again some socks. I gifted them for my family because I still like kind of wanted a break from the sweaters and I didn't have an idea what to knit. So I made these socks. The pattern was easy to follow. The socks were called Indulgent Socks by Witch Z. And I don't have them because I gifted them, but it was easy, simple knit, and I think they turned out well. And then I got inspired to try to learn some color work. So yeah, so I decided that a sweater may be too much at first. So I thought that I will try to knit socks in a color work, and I chose pattern by Inger Berg. It's called Messier socks. They turned out like this. I knitted them from here to the toe. I think they turned out okay. The heel was different here than I used to knit before, so it was also nice to learn, and I think it's really pretty pattern and it's made really well. It was easy to follow. I thought it's gonna be harder. I know some knitters like to see the other side. I don't know how it's supposed to look like, but this is how mine looks like from the other side. Oh, I don't know. I think it looks clean and okay. So yeah, I made these for my boyfriend. He really enjoys them and wears them a lot, so they are a bit worn, but they are very warm. So yeah, and then the story with the sweater that I made with different kind of yarn for the sleeves. I decided that I need to make it right, so I chose different yarn and I knit the same sweater, the same Imagine sweater again, but in this color, in this type of yarn. And I think it turned out really nice. I really like this color, and yeah, this one I wear a lot. It's also a Raglan sleeve, but it's a little bit different kind of build. That was new for me again. Like with every pattern, I learned something new. So yeah, I think it's really nice. It's a bit on the heavier side, but I think it hugs the body really nice. So yeah, and then my last knitted object is this sweater, this cardigan. It's again, the pattern is by PetiteKnit and it's called April cardigan. I really like how it turned out. I really like the yarn. The yarn I used for it, I put somewhere here. It's very warm. I like the structure of it. It also has a raglan, but it's like going here and then separates in here like this. I think it's really pretty. I had a bit of the problem with the buttons. Didn't do it right the last one, but I will change that, fix that. Yeah, I think it's really pretty. I really like how it looks and how it feels. Like, I think I'm not sensitive, so it's itching a little bit, the yarn, but it's nothing that I couldn't handle. Like, I think it's fine for me. So yeah, this sweater I really wanted it to be perfect because the yarn was gifted to me and it took a lot of time for me to choose what to knit. But yeah, I chose this pattern, this cardigan. I think it's perfect. And it's very warm, so it's perfect for autumn and winter and cold days when you want to put on something really warm and really cozy. So I think that's all of my knitted objects that I finished since I started to knit. It really made a big impact. Like, I really started to love knitting. I didn't think that I will. I didn't think that there's so much to learn here, and it's a super enjoyable process, and it just makes me wanna try something new. Yeah. And now I think I wanna share what's on my needles. I have 2 projects that I started but I didn't finish yet. So first project that I started is socks by Drops Design. It's called Forest Spell. It has these little Christmas trees here, and then in it the heel, and then there's these trees again at the toes. So I'm just stopped here with 1 sock because I did the interesting part, and then I thought I want to try something else. I work till you kind of start to decrease for the toes, and I wasn't sure how long I wanted. Like, should I keep going a bit or should I start decreasing? Because I thought, do I want this for myself or to gift someone? And if to gift someone, like, then I kinda need to adjust the size. So yeah, I'm still thinking. I'm probably gonna gift them to someone, but I am stopped here. And I used the wool yarn for this. I got it as a gift again, and it's Latvian wool, and this is like the one skein, and I think it looks really pretty, the colors, and I chose this because I thought it goes really well with the kind of these trees, because it's green and goes into the dark, and then again it lightens up and you can really see the trees, and I think it looks really pretty, and also it feels very warm and nice. And then I was searching around in the world of patterns, and I thought, what can I knit that I wouldn't have to knit 2, as like you would need, I will have to do another sock of this, and usually for me it's more interesting to knit first sock, and another sock is like, okay, I just have to do it. So I thought I want to try to knit something that would be only one thing. So I stumbled upon PetiteKnit again, and I found this honey washbag, and I thought that it would be really nice to have to knit myself like a beauty bag for makeup brushes and such. So I started it and I got this far. I made the bottom. It's again from the leftover yarn, because now I was kind of looking for the projects where I could use up the yarn I have, because it got uncontrolled. So I finished where I start. I have to do the tabs, these things. So I did one, and then I need to do the second one, and then we'll do the sides. And it's gonna have a zipper and the lining inside, and I think it's gonna be really cool. And I think it's really a great way to use up a yarn with the project like this. And it could be maybe a nice Christmas gift. So yeah, I think that's all I had to show this time. I will try to put everything in the description what I showed here and talked about. And I have some projects in mind that I want to start, but maybe I will talk about them next time. And next time I think I'm gonna have some acquisitions to show, and I'm very excited. So I'm waiting for some beautiful yarn, and I have some nice patterns that I want to knit. and I can't wait for other projects to start. So thank you for coming here, thank you for watching, and I hope you see you next time. Bye!